Welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv / the Xisuma, where it's occurred to me that I haven't even announced this. Hopping over to the other screen to post tweets and community posts and all of that, so absolutely no one is here in chat. Also, what's up with this? I saw a second one. Appears that they can somehow get stuck and then they will need nudging, which will require me getting up there and probably using a trapdoor. Anyway, plan for today's live stream here on the twitch.tv / the Xisuma is to work on the aesthetics of our base. This was something I wanted to do last night, but unfortunately I didn't get home in time, and I thought let's just do something unusual and stream at a different time of the day. No? No? Now? Yes, now. That is the way. Okay, let's break that. Hey, Becca and Lucaro, bananas in chat. There we go, we got some peeps turning up. Thank you for coming by today. Unusual time, I know. God, there's so many of them. You know what's weird? I've not seen this until this AFK session. So whatever causes this, I mean, we're still on 1. Maybe, you know, this season started in 1.18. Maybe the last time I was here was 1.18. Interesting. Something could have changed. Oh my god, this has probably made the efficiency of this thing terrible. Well, I'm glad I decided to try and fix it. Oh, don't forget about that. And in the hopper it goes. Right, so I think there's like one more. There's that. You know what No, I was thinking of a clever way to do them all at once, but no. Right, off you go. Anyway, I don't think I'm even gonna, like, need... Unless I have a need for, like, tons of ink sacks towards the end of the season, this is, like, not even needed. There are loads more people tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. Hello to all the people saying hello. If you're watching this on the second channel, and you haven't seen the community post that I made on my main channel, I'd recommend go checking it out. We're probably going to talk a little bit about that today. Hello, Kitty. You're still over here. Yeah, I made a little community post showing off my desk, my setup, and wow, did it kick off some discussion. Lots of people fascinated to see my setup, loads of questions about it, all that kind of stuff. Just interesting, you know, I've been trying to make more community posts and, you know, make there a little more of an experience. Oh, come on! Around the channel, as well as just the videos. And the response to that post was, yeah, people were really interested in that. So I'm glad I shared the setup. Why do you reset the server world instead of just moving area, building a new town together and creating a new lore? Just asking, says Bloodtail. Because when you actually reset the world, it feels more significant. Plus, there is, like, you know, a thing about presenting a new season of Hermitcraft. It draws people back in, like the new thing starts afresh. If we were to do that mid-season, I don't think you could present it that way. And then there's also the feeling of like, all this other stuff still exists. You know, oh, I'm short on this material, I'll just go grab it from that farm I built. Like, the fact that you move it all into a new world, I think really gives everyone the feeling of a reset. Otherwise, you would sort of just be playing in the same world. And although you could do that, I think just mentally, the way we experience and think about things, it doesn't quite come together the same way the idea of a new season does, right? You know, like the big reset or whatever you want to call it, or the everyone goes away to a new area. It just doesn't have the same instant understanding that saying, oh, you know, new season does, right? Sally Ann, 123, 82 months, absolutely incredible. Evil X, can't thank you enough. Have a great stream, and thank you for the many years of excellent content. Thank you for your lovely message, Sally Ann, and continued support. We also had a new Patreon signing up, S1522711. Thank you for signing up. I hope you enjoy playing on the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. I'm assuming that's the reason you've signed up. And always cool to see lots of people playing on there. It's actually... Something I want to do is get on there more often from time to time. It's actually been a while since we last did a tour, so we might be due another one soon. I'll have to talk to the community and find out what they want. There we go. Right. I just needed some more bone meal, because that's how bone meal is made, peeps. It's not ground from the bones of skeletons. Bullet Bill, good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in. We're 5 minutes into the stream. I've got a cup of tea here, by the way. Got a cup of tea. Daily quests, right? Like, ooh, trade with a hermit. Haven't done that. Buy something from any shop. Done that. I try not to just do the easy ones twice. By the way, there is a 100 advancements thing that I think... Oh, let me write that on my notes, because I think I want to go for that, but I require some research first. Yeah, I think it might be a really cool arc for the rest of our season to hunt down the 100. See, I could do a little bit of this off camera later today. And I could just go grab some cobbled deep slate. I think I'll just come back here later today and take care of this. Yeah, let's do this later today. We don't need to do this now. Yeah, so I'm just making a note to do the daily shard later. Cool. And I don't think I need to be in this area, really. Let's just crack on with the base. Here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get home yesterday and do a live stream and jump straight into what I was doing before I started recording. I thought, oh, here's a good opportunity just to knuckle down on this idea for a couple of hours. But I didn't get home in time to live stream, so then I thought, well, I haven't started recording my episode, so why don't I just go for it? Billman68, thank you for 69 months. Also, got to take care of something administrative related. Oh, dang, this is always tricky because I don't actually have the means to do this right now. Let's, What have I got to go there? Right, no double volume, please. Right, and chat sometimes likes to disappear. Okay. Alright, Bear. Feel free to type another message in the chat. Let's see if it worked. Blackjack says, so triple volume instead. No, by double, what I mean is, like, if the stream plays, you'll hear it back twice. Like, it'll loop. I guess it could become triple once it loops around enough. Hey, there you go. Sword next to your name. Bear has joined our moderation team. Congratulations, Bear. Let's get a round of applause in the chat. Aha, we were in the right place. Oh, and I figured this place should probably be the thumbnail since it's recognizable and it'll sort of tell you, hey, this is what we're working on today. So there we go, thumbnail. As you can see, I've dug out some area and started working in here, but I just felt like I hadn't quite got the vision for it yet. I did have one important idea, is that we should make a little storage area for the materials that get used in this space. I think that would be quite a clever way to, you know, like we've got these storage systems, but they always just put the materials you want in a different location to where you are. So like rather than, you know, like if I'm going to keep expanding this project in this area, let's keep all the stuff in this area. First things first though, this is what I started working on, and I kind of thought, okay, I can walk up in here and have my little farm, but doesn't feel that fantastical. I think we need to exploit space more. This is a big open area, and that's probably what we're going to need in here. Once we start to confine the space, I think we're going to lose the charm. So let's make this a big open area and come up with some interesting things along the way. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So we'll need to go up and dig the roof to make it a little bit higher. And that really just means that we need like more torches. Like we need some visibility to begin with. This is just temporary, but it's necessary. Is it a chest monster placed in a wall, says Pengi? No, it's more like aesthetically incorporate a storage space so that you can keep the various materials you need for the project on hand. Because I was just thinking about how like my inventory got filled up really quickly. There was a bunch of like shulker boxes lying around. And I thought, well actually, if there's storage here that's just directly related to what I'm working on, then that's also the perfect place to leave it, just drop it off. I mean, they could still be shulker boxes, but That's just the way I was thinking about it. Now, I don't think I want to go too much taller or higher than where we are right now. Feels to me like we don't want it to be... Oh, how tall is this bit in here, actually? Like, maybe we could go one block higher. I'm also doing this not in creative, right? Like, last time I did this, it was creative mode. Billman68, I'm pretty sure I read yours out, but I'll say it again just in case. Thank you for 69 months. Luke Money T, thank you for the Prime, and another Prime with Godfather47112. Thank you so much for the support, my dude. If you did not know, peeps, you can use the Amazon Prime to subscribe, and if you want to support me or another streamer, you can use your account and get a subscription. Let's go one higher. It was also September. I think there was discounts on subscriptions, but that's probably run out. I always seem to like learn about that when it's too late. Every September, it's like there's like 1 or 2 days left, and like my rep will send me an email or something, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that exists. That exists. So part of the original design was to have this here, and I'm thinking let's actually strip that out for a second. Now, do we want to maybe mirror some of this use of the mangrove wood on the other side? I really don't know where this is all going to go, but we have to experiment in order to learn and find out and all that stuff. Hi X, just finished watching your vid. Great timing then, because you know what we're up to over here. So let's say we remove... Yeah, I'm going to have to rip all of this out here a little bit. So let's say we go at it with this. And then they would be stripped. You know, maybe we attach some fence posts on the inside. Half slabs at the top. This could go somewhere. Why would I have arrows on here? In fact, I'm gonna slim my hotbar here for a moment. There we go. Hotbar management. By the way, been working on some ideas for a follow-up to the inventory video. Now, I've talked about this... Oh, I actually need my axe. We'll go with the axe then. Just as long as a creeper don't walk in front of us. I've talked about it at length. But anyway, actually managed to find some really great ideas that I think are just going to be awesome solutions for what we can do with inventory management in the next update. I mean, it's not going to be in 1.20, right? But if Mojang choose to adopt any of these ideas, well, we've got a proposal of a really amazing idea. And that video will get started on rather soon, really. I'm just a bit pumped about it all, I guess. So over on this side, we could like rip this out. Just here, just peel it back because we're not going to keep it. And then look at this space a little different. So if we do that. Now that by extending it out in those directions, it feels very scaffolding to me, like it's holding something up. And what I'm noticing is that the wall isn't going to align in the same way that we would create depth over here. So now we have the opportunity, as I see it, to think a little different about what goes above it. Like maybe it could suspend something. Maybe there's a different material. Or maybe we pivot to using like a line of copper. We're going industrial now, right? And then something above it. Like we do want to keep the look and feel of this area, but we just want to make what's here feel a little more unique or identifiable, should I say. It's a tricky thing to navigate, especially when you're in survival. Like, it's so much harder to make iterations and then mess about with them. Mikey Gammy, thank you for 7 months. This, if it isn't my favourite hermit with his name starting with an X. Well, that you're just saying me versus XB now. Jeez. Still trying to catch up on the HC videos because jobs have been a hassle. Keep up the good work, my scream masked-faced man. Thanks. I'm glad you remembered that my face is actually a scream mask. Not many people remember that. How do you get the void effect in building? I don't know quite what you mean by the void effect. If you mean how it looks when I look up, I mean, video compression will exaggerate it, but like the distance from light sources to the ceiling has been carefully picked so that, you know, only small details emerge, and then most of the ceiling is just flat. Might be smart to get away from a symmetrical thing pretty quickly here too. What other material could go up here? I'm going to drink some tea now. Ryan Hancock, thank you for 14 months, my dude. Very much appreciated. That is some warm, warm tea. What other materials? Like, we can't do something like take the nether brick and push it up. I think maybe just pivoting to using the dark oak a lot more, like next to, like, there's a better synergy between these three than there is that. So maybe we focus, like, dark oak could easily come across, I think, better than this stuff. I think this stuff up top, not quite as powerful. So if we have this here, then there's room for like a roof above it. See, look how like awkward building is. When you do this in creative mode, like, you just fly around, put the blocks where you want. Then when you build it in survival after, because you know where everything's going, you can sort of pick the order in which to unravel things and make it work. When you're in survival, it's just like endless back and forth and up and down, and yeah, I'm not a fan. I mean, maybe should Mojang introduce jetpacks, right? Like, whenever you look for solutions, it's like the friction in Minecraft is a part of the game in other parts of it. Just in building, it just always feels so like, here's what's in my head, can I try this? And then all of a sudden a bunch of time goes by before it actually plays out. I'm going to sound like a broken record again, aren't I? Just moaning about the pace of survival. So yeah, there's that going across the front. Now, we could actually just borrow that top bit really easily at this point. Now, it'd be a bit on the bland side, but let's say we just decided, alright, we're actually good with that, so we'll use this texture on both sides. We'll keep it plain and simple, as this is not really, like, on this side it doesn't really serve this purpose. Yeah, there's plenty of space to do this, and then at the top level here, and then we'll probably have mud as the ceiling again. So way less detail up here, which would make it so much easier to work with. And then we'll put more of the detail into the space around the sides. That feels like the way it's playing out to me. I do not see any mud here. And I'm pretty sure I'm dead low on mud, so we might have to just go make some more. Hey, it's a noise in the ear. Izzy Minecraft, 10 months. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate your support. That is a Twitch baby, isn't it? And Kikuyani, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Welcome aboard, and thank you for supporting my channel. What are we doing over here, peeps? What are we doing? Playing the Minecraft. Right, let's go get some mud. I keep thinking it's up, by the way. I have this, like, feeling every time, like, head upwards, but you head down from here. That's been kind of strange to think and feel in that way. Yeah, no mud. So, regular dirt. And I've used this recently enough to know how to do it. Right, and what I desperately want to do right when this is AFK is drink tea, but I have to use both hands. The Ender Pro says, please go to the quest area. I've been to the quest area already and decided that I would just take care of that stuff another time. X's voice is relaxing. He would be a great teacher, says Disgusting J. Thank you. I like to hear that. One of my ambitions that I am working on, something I'll tell you a bit more about in the future, is creating content that is edutainment. Something I'm very passionate about. And, you know, not just looking forward to, like, we're working on making it happen. But I don't know at what point I'll be able to talk about that further. But it's something I'll talk about, and it's going to be really exciting when we get there. Renee J, welcome to the stream. Thank you for saying hello in chat and letting me know that you arrived. Hannah says, I can definitely see you doing that. I'm glad you can, because it's a passion of mine. Every time I watch these edutainment videos, I'll be like, man, I'd love to be like a voiceover guy for this. All this stuff fascinates me. Yellow says, hey, it's hot out there. Speaking of it being hot out there, it's actually got like a fair bit cooler the last few days here in the UK. Today my radiator's turned on for the first time, you know, since summer. And I was thinking, oh, I might want to adjust the thermostat, what with energy prices and stuff. I'm actually fortunate enough to be locked into a fixed contract. Before the energy crisis happened, I was given the option to, like, sign a new contract, and I looked at all the options, and they had, like, a green eco offset thing where you pay more, but you get a fixed price, and the idea is that the funds go towards, you know, renewables and whatnot, right? So I picked that, and in a ways, I guess I've been rewarded for my choice, because my electricity bills and gas bills have not risen a penny throughout all of this, which is, like, extremely lucky, I guess. What was that block that I just... I think it was actually a mud block, just shifted in over from the side there. Weird. Radiators, have you won the lottery? Says Moom. We have radiators in every house probably in the UK. I mean, every room pretty much has a radiator over here. That's just the way things work. Right, so I guess now I actually need to peel out just another layer up here. And then this will be the layer of the mud. You know, I'm just wondering, is it worth making this all out of mud in here? Because I have a lot of black concrete to hand after tearing down our tunnel. That's another thing I need to put on the list. Yeah, just putting that on the list. So, might not even be worth really doing this. Then again, I don't know where the light sources go. Is the little bit of texture worth it? And to be fair, like, converting dirt into mud is not pricey. It's just a little AFK operation. So's making concrete in a way. Concrete might actually be more pricey if I run out. See, look, I'm thinking things through. That could totally be black concrete, but I think we would have glow lichen sources somewhere up here. So let's grab a couple of those. I tend to put them sort of in line with these things, so like one here, one there. Now when you're down here, you can see a little bit more of what's going on up there. I'm a bit surprised mud isn't affected by gravity, says Stingin. Well, what blocks should be affected by gravity in Minecraft, right? MSK Guitars, glad you liked the texture blending of the room. It was really cool how it came together. Mud blends well with the wood. I think mud is good, says Rene J. Yeah, maybe there's places we could use it on the walls too. Right, so now we know where we're going with this. I think what we want to do is extend it, or at least like peel out the space over on this side. Damn, this pick's going to get worn out again today. It's going to get worn out. Oh yeah, it's going to be slightly different in the middle there. This is actually like really quite wide, this space, isn't it? Dang. Oh, we'll rip it all out. Siniska, thank you ever so much for the Prime. Greatly appreciated. There's a possibility that I butchered that name, but actually I think I did pretty good with that pronunciation. It sounded right when I said it. It didn't sound like, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh dang it, I don't have a shovel. Very Blur Pled, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Everything should be gravity, says Cosmic Panda. If it did, building would play out very different in this game. You'd need like to calculate support beams and struts and stuff. Otherwise you couldn't have an interior. So this stuff comes all the way across here. Hello? Oh, changed from my pick. Yeah, I'm gonna need a shovel. And this stuff's now in the way of where I'm building. Somehow, always, isn't it? RIP! Ren! I didn't know Ren was online. Must have logged in a moment ago. Odyssorts, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate you using the Prime on me. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We got Admirari here for 9 months now, Twitch baby, saying thank you for being such a great content creator. Your way of explaining opinions always inspires me and makes me think more about how I explain my own. Awesome, dude. That's really good to hear. I feel like I have been through the same process in order to express myself too. That it came, like, my earlier ways of expressing myself were not very articulate and thoughtful. And through listening to other people who were great articulators, I learned the ways. I mean, we learn from each other. That's life, right? Like, what does a baby learn from? Life is learning, and we learn from others. This is the way. Okay, and then need this stuff. No, wrong stuff. Okay, the inventory's full again. By the time I'm done with this area, all of these shulker boxes are just going to be full of stone and cobble, I reckon. Okay, then this happens to now be in the wrong spot. By no fault of its own, might I add. Gonna need some blocks to fill up the space up here, aren't we? Oh, and I just got rid of all this. That's just the way it works in the... Oh, now I've got a hole to deal with, have I? I need to put blocks here. God, it never ends. Right, now I've got that. There is potentially a block missing. No, I don't know if that counts as missing or not. How does it work here? Like that. So... Yeah. Right, I need more dark oak. One over here, one over there, which means that goes in there. Uh-huh. Yeah, this one here. Right, but that one would actually just be stone. And then it's the blocks around it. Rightio, then we strip all of that and we've got the same thing on both sides. Kinda looks like it's holding up the top. The middle here, it's in need of something. I think actually you might just get away with that across there. Not that though. Sort of works. So now that we've got that done, we can kind of turn our attention to where the room expands elsewhere. Oh yeah, a little bit of glow liking somewhere up the top here. How far did we get with this? We ran out of this wood. It's feeling to me like this might end up just being like some sort of big square-shaped roof or room. Probably want to fill in that gap. Don't want any nasties spawning in here. The xisumavoid has been filled with the Xisuma stream, says Disturbed Puppy. Amazing. Amazing quote. What do you prefer, working on the efficiency of farm or the design, says Bloodtail. Well, doesn't the design entail efficiency? I mean, I think what I like about designing a farm is that you can focus on different aspects of it. So sometimes efficiency just isn't interesting because it falls into the same old principles. You know, build a perimeter or position your AFK spot and yada yada yada. I tend to like to look for a challenge these days with designing, so if efficiency is the challenge for other reasons, then it might just be efficiency. Whoops. Right, we've got to get over there now. And sort these little bits out. Beautiful, beautiful. Right. And once all of this is filled in, we've kind of set ourselves a large bit of space. We can start opening up the next bit. Very good. Time to rip all this away. X, what's your favourite farm? Oh gosh, who knows? I've built so many. Probably the one I've been working on recently, you know, like the most recent thing in memory. How are you so good at making houses, says the Ender Pro. As someone who doesn't build houses in Minecraft, I don't know why you think I'm good at building houses. Like, housing is not something I go off and build. That being said, last season sort of did. Or directed, I guess, the housing. Yeah, that feels kind of proper for what I want to do in this area. Now the trick is like, how do we get away from having these sort of rigid lines, right? How do we now bring about some interesting spaces for our little farms and projects to go into? I wanted to play around with height, but I felt like height needed more depth, and probably just, you know, clearing out a massive space is what's next, really. I do have more in my inventory. I don't know why pick block didn't work then. What is on your wish list for 1.20? The inventory changes is all I want to see. Fix inventory issues. So let's expand just a little bit out in this direction up here for a second. And then try and dig away as big as like we can visualize this space, which will probably be relatively far. I hope the beacon range doesn't run out. Finrealist, thank you ever so much for 13 months of support. Greatly appreciated, my dude. Greatly appreciated. I think I accidentally just resized the window. Beacon. If I press F3, it will tell me. Yeah, it just changed the resolution by 1 pixel. Anyway, doesn't matter. So in theory, I should see beacon rendering. Oh, wow, look. Wow, we're actually getting close to the edge of it. That's kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. Am I actually... No, I'm not supposed to be clearing out that high. So let's say we just go as far as that for now. This pick is gonna get worn out. Hey, Hedgehog 403. Been a while since I've been able to catch a stream. Well, glad to have you with us. 18 months, 2 Twitch babies. We also got Just Me 1309 subscribing. Thank you for your tremendous support, peeps. A house implies you can leave. I think they might be called prisons. I don't know. Don't know. You're the one hermit I ever watch, says the Ender Pro. Ah, my dude, you should totally check out the other hermits. There's so much amazing talent here on the Hermitcraft server. You're denying yourself some more entertainment, quality entertainment, might I add. I mean, there's 20 plus of us. Surely you'll be able to find someone else's videos you enjoy. What am I looking forward to most this season? Well, there are some events and things coming up in the works that I'm looking forward to currently. And, you know, there isn't like a big list of things, so that's kind of just looking forward to what's next, I guess. Glitter Mum says, agreed, branch out and enjoy lots of hermits. That's the attitude. That's the attitude. Branch like a tree. Okay, so we'll go like an extra 3 blocks this way, I think. Gonna need the shovel again. Right, as far as that. Oh my god. Oh my god, what's up here? Look at that. Just trying to leave little spaces for creepers to spawn and drop down on my head. I know this game. I know what it's up to. That's why it worked out that way. Creepers. Creepers be conspiring, peeps. Away goes the stone. And back up top we go. Do you still want to make a cooking video? Yeah, absolutely. It's just what does time permit. What do you enjoy more, sodium or Optifine? Optifine decreases performance, so I use sodium. One of the finer points of that video, again, is like, because people download an Optifine and use it, and then they assume this just works for everyone, and why don't Mojang add it? Doesn't work for everyone. There's a handful of hardware configurations that for some reason or another it just doesn't improve performance, and my configuration seems to be one of those. I couldn't tell you why, it's just what happens. I put on Optifine, the frames, they disappear. It gets significantly worse. Right, let's, you see, it's all well and good having all that space up there, but I still need more space just right in front of me to figure out what's next. So let's carve out from about here downwards. And then we'll clear this space and have a look again. That includes all of this over here. I also started with Mumbo, but then I watched those who review Hermitcraft World, then I started to watch Cub and then Hypno. Do you mean the recap? The Hermitcraft recap? Frame says, nah, not today with Optifine, says NMW Gaming. That's pretty much it. You know, I put on Optifine, the frames are worse. And considering that I'm using sodium now, like they're not worse than sodium, they're worse than vanilla. Like, yeah, I put it on and it gets worse than vanilla. So I don't really use Optifine. I mean, I don't use Optifine. I did once upon a time. I think on my old system it worked just fine, but when I got my new system, because it was new hardware, I could get away with playing Minecraft without anything, and then when I needed optimizations after a few updates, it was like, oh, this don't... You know, this needs something, and Optifine isn't it. I feel like now something's just going to spawn up there, isn't it? Something's just going to spawn up there and fall down on top of me. Right. Bigger space, more ideas. I feel like I mentioned, you know, having height in this room, but maybe depth too. But really what I want to get and integrate into this area is a feeling of, like, more of this. So I'm just looking... Hang on, let's drop off some stone. I'm just looking at that space and thinking, how do we bring in the copper now? Hedgehog 403, 18 months. Wait a minute, I did read that. I'm sure I read that one. But apparently not. Okay, I don't know, it just popped up on my screen and I'm like, wasn't that the last one I actually read? Whatever. Sometimes things don't work as intended, right? Let's now, like, drag these blocks across, if you can see what I'm doing. So we keep more of this going, but I do feel we need to break away from symmetry. So on the opposite side, we've got to do it differently over there. So in this space, we're bringing it close to the wall. Oh, gosh. Golly gosh. What I would really like in this game, after using dynamic lighting, is the ability to kind of have a light source on you. When I was in creative mode, I put a lamp on my head. And that was so cool for building. Right, so we've got something where it's going to be, like, somewhat pressed into the corner. So I'm thinking it's going to go just right like I did it before, which I showed you at the beginning of the stream, which I kind of don't want. But my brain is already starting to tick over with a few ideas. Yeah, so that's got to remain different over here. We've got to do something different with that space to this. So far, so good. That can come across. Space up there can be filled in, no issues. We need our copper blocks, and we need to assemble them. Tell a story now, to be like, there's stuff going on here. It's probably going to involve, like, having some, again, I'm going to moan about item management in survival Minecraft, but, like, you want to put details in. You're going to need some of those rods, right? Some lightning rods. Maybe maybe some of the raw as well, the real riggedy raw. Gotta have the real riggedy raw going on. Yeah, Or maybe it's like, maybe we use a little bit of depth here, actually. So if this thing came further across, like there's the space for it. And then actually, it goes further back, like this is like a little overhang bit. Rip out all of that, all the way up there. So this is going to go back, and then the bit where it actually like wraps around again is going to be like at least 2 blocks out. Right, so this is like the top, the ceiling area. Now you can see we've got some like space up here. The walls will be filled in. So all of that, yeah, go away. Bring this across. This thing comes across. I don't know how far it's going to go across. And now you've got a bit of depth emerging, which I think is important. And now we just need to exploit that depth to make what we build here look a bit more interesting, I think is the idea. Yeah, that's going to have to tuck back again. So look, now we got some like fresh wall options. So like, what about tons of copper? Definitely going to have to like use height here. It shouldn't come all the way down. I can tell you that now. So there's going to be some sort of floor, some sort of like step up. Didn't I have like literal copper steps in my inventory? It looks like chat is talking about how they found my channel. Told you I'd fill up these boxes. X, why is your name Shashwam? Jadens, why is your name Jadens? Shashwadens. Jaden, why is your name Shashwadens? Why is the sky blue? Why is the night black? Okay, yeah, so there are things in here that are just junk, and like, junk can go over there. Diffusion of light through water, says Disturbed Putty. That is just a description of something happening. That's not an answer to a question of why. So what if the floors... you know, I really like it, but not as a floor. I feel like it just needs to be this like bit of lining that emerges every now and then. It's kind of a bit of fun that way. What material could be the floor? I could actually go for Nether Bricks. It's always the last place you look. And by that, I mean literally... it literally was like the last place. So then you could have some fence posts, and then you could have this come out a little bit. It could even connect up to that path. So like, probably a 3 wide little walkway up, right? into this space. Got a bunch of copper here. Definitely going to have to work on the lighting. Maybe this is like some chiseled copper. That could be... Just make it go back for now. Can I do that? Yes, I can. What it lacks is like a distinction of colour. Just texture difference. Frank the Sanctifier. Thank you so much for your Prime subscription. And Spooky Dokie, thank you for 54 months. Incredible right there. Appreciate you ever so much. Thank you for all you do. So I think we're going to end up with like some very machiney vibes in here that need more detail, right? And I'm not quite sure where and how we put them in. Yeah, I'm really struggling with like the lack of light sources. You just need a bit of light on it when you walk away. Okay, so this thing is probably not the middle as I need it, because it's just going to be a flower station was the idea. Now, usually what I do is like a big bunch of redstone, like pick it up, put bone meal in, but I think I'd like to simplify it in this case. So with this being, free tool, let me have a little think. I mean, I could do the thing where you put the hopper minecarts in and then like encase them in glass. But I think I'm going to have them on display this time. So as you'll see here, we got some items that need placing down. Project Freelancer, thank you for using your Amazon Prime. Appreciate you supporting my channel and hope you're enjoying the stream. It's like that Richard Feynman quote about how you can't answer why do magnets attract and repel because the person asking doesn't have the requisite knowledge to understand the true answer. Yeah, pretty much. That's a lot of physics, right? Right there in a nutshell. The way we perceive it makes it, you know, difficult to understand. Like what's actually going on. Anyway. Oh, this is actually 4 blocks high. Why did I think it was 3? That works out pretty well. We could put some, like, cha-cha blocks around here to continue the orange come across. I gotta say, this just feels like, again, even though I was sort of trying to get away from this material, it feels like it makes more sense to use this. Like more mangrove woods, it's becoming more of the focus around here. So we'll go ahead and strip all of that. Yeah, that just feels so much more right. And then I think you'd probably put the lever at the front here. The podzol, the idea with the podzol was just to get away from the air quotes norm, I guess. You could put the levers up the top, or maybe even just like right... Get out of here, you scamps! Go on! You're in the live stream and you... Oh, rude. Rude! So there'd be like a dispenser here. A lever there. Repeater piston pushing down on observer clock powers the dispenser. And then I think I will just have a... I mean, I could hook up like a whole bunch of hoppers and then have a thing. But I'm kind of learning like... With some redstone, it's just... A, not terribly interesting, and then B, just becomes like this big pain to fit it into your aesthetic. So if we prioritize aesthetic here, I think we'll achieve what I'm looking for. And I'm also seeing the parameters of this. Right, so I think it's time for me to take a little break. Because I need a wee. I need to go to the little boys' room, as they say. Penguin Sama, thank you ever so much for subscribing to the channel. And peeps, do not go anywhere. You know, hit that follow button. Jeez, as if I'm saying, before you go, please hit the follow button. I'm not going anywhere yet. Oh, I've got some tea here to drink. I am just adjusting my desk into standing mode, and yes, the emote is going the wrong way. Oh, we're going to figure this build out, peeps. I'll be right back in a moment. That was the wrong thing. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, dear Lord, got to do the rest of this stream. Right, come on, come on. It's not that bad. This game isn't too terrible. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where's that button? And I'm back, everyone. Looking forward to the rest of this live stream. Oh, it's going to be so good, the rest of this one. Whew, right. Let's get back into it. Playing my favourite game. Oh, I love it. I love it. Right, let's go get some dispensers. Let's go get some dispensers. Oh. Oh God, I can't keep a straight face. Right, okay. Anyway, jokes aside. Jokes aside, let's put these things into place. Right, yes, it's going to be like that. We're going to have walls between them. Maybe red sandstone walls might fit the palette. Then there'll be some levers here. And some redstone just... Oh, maybe we could try and put the redstone on display. Something I don't use... Ooh! Oh. No! I said no! I want to cover... The problem is I want to cover the front of this, right? Because I don't really like the podzol texture. I don't mind it on top where it's narrow. So then you want the lever to be in the middle. So then it's up top where it's awkward. It's like awkward because of the hitbox of this. So you want it there. Now if I have it here, it's going to interact with the trapdoor I want to put on the front. I guess we're going to force to put it up there. Right, now I need more mangrove wood, which I'm pretty sure I've run out of in the entirety. Look! It's not fun! Stop trying! I definitely did not light that area up enough. Okay, where's my junk box? Right, then I'm probably not gonna... I do really want to keep those in the inventory and try them at some point. Not using the mud at this moment in time. Done with the podzol. Don't know why I got a bucket of water. That's a little bit more bearable. So we need to go get some mangrove wood. Unless, actually, no, not right now. But I do need to go now fish out some red... My desk is, for some reason, extraordinarily high. I've just realised. Why did it go up that high? Ah, yeah. I'm thinking of adding more sculk sensors to sort this out. What do I come down for? The sandstone? Oh, we actually have some of this. Red sand, red sandstone. So I can turn that into walls, which I think I'm going to use. Then we need some chacha. Apparently I've got nothing related to chacha. That might already be in my ender chest. A little bit of redstone, some repeaters, sticky pistons. This is, again, probably stuff that's actually in my ender chest. Let's do that at least. So we've got a couple of these bits. I figured I'd be off to buy some more logs soon, but maybe not straight away. Okay, so we're going to need to get back there and do some stuff in that space. Right. Wait a minute. It is this block. Right, yeah, there we go. Stone cutter. What are we cutting? That one. I might actually use a bit of this over here too. I don't know. It kind of looks nice near pods, I've noticed. So that's how you interact with the dispensers, right? Then they need a block below them, which could be the copper one. I mean, it doesn't look terribly machiney at the moment, does it? Actually, might it be like that with a smooth one? And then you got the cha-cha wood at the front. Right, and then we need a crafting bench. Yeah, and then this thing needs some light. Could be a nice little spot for a frog lamp somewhere in there. What is... Oh, it's a torch. I'm like, what is lighting that thing up? What kind of voodoo magic is this? Maybe actually it would look nicer here. Or back here somewhere. So then we have that. I think it's nicer, like, that one just clearly seems nicer to me, so we'll go with that way around. So lamps here and there. That's kind of alright. And then I think maybe here, the opportunity for a little gap, yeah, that's the way. So the nether brick will probably extend into that space. And then here maybe we got this going on. So somewhere around here, I want to do something with, like, the lightning rods. You know, like that. That actually looks seriously cool. I just don't think that's the space to put it. Maybe. Feels like another block should just go there. It doesn't have to be a lighting block. But again, the colours there just don't feel right. Anyway, these lightning rods, they sort of needed like a spot to be relevant here. We've got lighting below, but we don't have lighting above. Right, so we're going to have more of this cut copper, and I just feel like we need yet another block in there to complement. Like, there's something missing with all of this. Like, what block goes in really well? I don't think I want to use brick again. Just, I feel like it needs something shiny with it. Maybe like a shiny gold block, which is something I don't really have access to at all. I've only got a few ingots. Suggestions, chat? Like, surely there's something nice and shiny we could put in. The other side of the flower for the lightning rod. If you mean up top, that's where the lever goes. Dreamster, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the stream. You could replace the upper skulk sensor of the elevator with a timer at the bottom. I don't think so, because it depends in which area you come into the base. Like, you want it to activate. Like, if you're in the down area, you just need it to detect that you're down there to change it. What I was trying to do is add a bit of redstone to stop the piston firing over and over again, but I'll get round to that at some point. Warped wood or a vibrant glazed terracotta? Really interesting ideas, actually. I mean, let's have a flick through here, because those are not particularly accessible to me. The warp blocks, the reddish, might be a bit much. The redstone might fit in, but then it's redstone where we want to use redstone. Crimson log, yeah, crimson log. Do I have that in that one? For some reason I don't have crimson logs lying around. Glazed terracotta patterns, okay. I mean, we've got loads of blocks down here. I really wish you could just access like a list of blocks in survival Minecraft, so you didn't have to like physically run around looking at stuff. Just like you have in creative, there's like a menu there for you. You see, I don't like the non-symmetry of it, right? Like, ooh, crying obsidian might look cool there. Or we could go with redstone lamps. Actually, they would really fit in. That would fit in, plus it would get lit up by the lever. Come on. Try not to accidentally break these plants. Yeah, that fits in really well, plus it will turn on when you use it. You could argue then you've got like a natural understanding of it's a redstone thing, right? It's going to turn on. So the middle now is these three, right? So that will connect over to that path. We'll be able to figure out the rest of the floor at this point. We now know that this thing is going to go up here. Now, what the room might not do is just end here. It's very hard to get away from particular instincts in this game, like the instinct of just symmetrical layouts and stuff. I was actually hoping to avoid that in this space. I think the overall layout, like I'm not going to flip this on the opposite side type thing, but in general you just resort to that feeling of neatness. The redstone stuff, it's really odd thing to try and get away from. So maybe I won't. Maybe there won't be a wall here. Maybe this will just open up into like another little space for a contraption. When it comes to contraptions, this is a small one. I'm not sure how many other small ones there are going to be, though. In fact, my brain is starting to give me some ideas now for how we can make this a little more unique as it leads into something else. But obviously we've got to finish that. Let's go down to the ideas room, which doesn't have a proper way to get there. So I'm going to make a proper way. It's not really that proper. I'm just going to hop around here. So, lichen farm, sea pickle. These are actually pretty small things. And the mud block farm's got to get moved. That's going to be a big redstone project. There's definitely a bunch of small things that we could put in the next area. So, I think that's all I need to do is just jog my memory and be like, oh yeah, no, there's simple things you can do. So maybe we'll do the glow lichen one just in this space. Right, so next up it's the redstone, which I may have been wiser to have done from the beginning. Let's take a little moment just to find out. Chat, what do you think of that? Like, is that cool? Has that gone in a good direction? Do we like it? What do we think, chat? And we all must think the same thing. No independent thoughts here! You must share the group collective decision. Looking good, says Curls. Thank you. Awesome, says Caitlin? Caitlin, it's Caitlin. God, it's so simple now, I know what it is. Magma blocks with mangroovy trapdoors. I tried putting magma blocks into the palette and didn't really like it. It just felt like, I mean, maybe there's a time and a place for it. But it felt to me like it just didn't fit in. But sometimes you need that, like, killer app, right? So, like, I do have the blocks behind there. So, like, that just, like, recessed does look kind of interesting. Now, at this level, it would be the nether brick that I've now run out of. Nether brick, where art thou? And I've still got a mangrove wood. I mean, yeah, I feel like actually it could just be over there, and maybe in front of it is where we put these. Doesn't need any explanation, it just exists now, so why not? Okay, I'm starting to really like the way this is coming together. I feel like when you build, like, there's this point where you hit and it's like, like, now all of a sudden stuff starts making sense. And I feel like we just hit that, and maybe now's not a great time to do redstone, because it might disrupt that creative flow. But it shouldn't be too tricky to figure this one out. The problem, again, is just junk in the inventory, as always. And I might need some of these blocks to help me navigate the next bit. Right. Best way to do this is probably just to rip out the whole back area. And get stuck in. Right. One, two, three. There's a fourth one. So we need to take a redstone signal out from here. This is probably going to be easier with them turned on. Survival Minecraft redstone. We're doing it, peeps. Yes, Spooky has pointed out that the dispensers will be locked by the thing above. I was just starting to, like, get to that. My brain was just thinking, it's all a little too close. Something's going to go wrong here. Like, close redstone elements, you get that feeling for it where it's like, quasi connectivity? Something being pad that it shouldn't. So, fortunately, we can just swap that around. And maybe you could argue that aesthetically it looks just as fine this way. Oh, I'm actually kind of wondering if more of those sandstone walls would look good just filling in that gap. Let's try it. I don't know. Is there a smooth equivalent for the wall? I think that, you know what else is going to happen now? Something that I didn't notice before is that we have ledges here that the items will land on, but I mean, I didn't design this for, like, automatic pickup, and I just don't care. I can just, as the player, walk on, jump up here, pick it all up, right? Like, I'm not going to get too fussy. That does actually look better, I think. So we'll go with that. So back here, that's turned on. Now it might be a lot easier. So do that. Get squashed. Yeah, look, that's so much easier now. Had multiple reasons to do this then. Another important consideration of why we had the walls to begin with was so that you could access the dispenser. Which you can still do, so no issues there. Okay, now we got that bit done. What we do need is just some lights in between each one. There you go. Let's try again. Kind of simple, really, once you got the hang of it. So now we just have to activate and turn these off. You know, it could have been that maybe maybe these are actually like one block further out. Didn't think of that, but you know, it is what it is now. Rather than trying to make a marvel of an interface, we've just got something that works. And we can start to focus on the next bit. Awesome. Yeah, we've actually made really good progress, I feel like, with all of this. Okay, so that bit will remain out of sight back there. What we need next is a bunch more nether brick, basically. And a few other things that I forgot about along the ways. This looks good, says Point Blank. Thank you. I'd happen to agree. It's looking good now. Oh god, just so much stuff all the time. Is that everything redstone? I think it is. Rightio, so the item in question we don't have. Let's go ahead and make some. I figured a bunch of this across the front here. And then you need the little step up. We don't want the scaffolding. I think the height of this here makes sense. And then we need some spruce wood that goes around like this. Need to rip up some of these floor textures. There's a hole here. Get rid of that bit. Whoa, got a hole. Geordie says, what a lovely surprise. What's the surprise? Don't keep me out of the loop. Oh yeah, all of this middle bit goes as well, now I think about it. You can eat bone meal, says Yes Scar. Yeah. Of course you can eat bone meal. You can eat whatever you want in this game. As long as it's edible. Right, and I'm a bone mage, so bone meal's edible. This kind of means I can use the other block palette and just get rid of them that way. Uh-huh. Then over on this side. Oh no, that's not where it goes. Right, now we need some spruce wood. Don't all trolls eat bone meal, says Mon PJC. Oh, you think you're so clever. So clever with the remarks, gosh. Right, let's put that in. And then we just need to suss out... that'll probably stay there. Right, so we need stairs, we need cracked bricks, all sorts. Actually, I could have used those stairs because we put the little divots in, didn't we? So we'll have like a divot here, divot there. Whoops, again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we've only got 3. Whoops. Yeah, so now you can see we need more of this stuff. Anyway. Looking alright, wouldn't you say? Looking alright. I feel like once we start... Ah! Why are there holes everywhere? Once we start working on the next little portion and open that up, it's going to look real cool. Well, that's kind of alright. I guess I got to go down here and get some netherrack. I don't really have... I got more stairs at least, but I don't really have any other nether brick lying around. Oh, look at the inventory again. This is what drives me mad in this game. Just, you can't play without constantly having to figure out what's going on here. You know, putting things away, putting them back again. I'll put away the glow lichen, but I'll need it again in 5 minutes. Those things need to go away. And then the sorting system that I built breaks. Every time I use it, it's just like, ah. So I guess we could have like one there, don't overdo it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna chuck stuff without even thinking about it. Just be like, away you go. Oh! I didn't realise I had loads already pre-made in there. Saves me some time. Well, I guess we won't be smelting a bunch of stuff up. Right, there you go. So a little bit of that's done. I think on this side I'm going to have to... Well, the not quite lined up crossroads is fine by me, but we don't want anything too symmetrical to what's going on over here. So, obviously we've got to get up there and sort out the top area. Then it's going to come across to this side. So I think what we'll do is rip out some space over here and then start moving into that area. Do I still have the mangrove wood? I do. X, the dispensers will still be locked due to crazy quasi stuffs. Really? It sounded like they were clicking a while ago. Let's see what happens when we put this in here. I can fix that. I can fix that, I think, very easily. I think I can do this. And maybe actually make it slightly easier to interact with in the process. I say that, it might not fix it the first time. Ow! It might fix it the second time, right? Right, I need a walkway now. An official walkway. Okay, so if I put redstone here, I might still break it in the same way for now. Really, if this is a walkway, it should be filled in. Okay, that's fine. So now, what we have to do is rip out even more stuff. Okay, so with all of that ripped out, we put the bit of redstone up here. The block it goes over will turn on the lamp. And then we need that here, like so. And I guess I need more redstone now, right, to fix it. Right. X, what does the bone meal taste like? It tastes like bones. What do you think it tastes like? Gosh. What is this silly question? What do you mean you never tasted bones? Ugh. Have you even lived? Right, let's do that. So now, no quasi. Excellent. Excellent. I can rest easy at last. Damn Shoe, thank you ever so much for subscribing with the Amazon Prime. Appreciate your support. Hope you're enjoying the stream and having a fantastic time hanging out with us today. Yeah, how does this work again? So, we want that all the way to this corner. Then we actually strip out these 2 blocks. Right, a trip to get more mangrove wood is certainly in order at this point in time. And then I think that means... I think it means it continues like that somehow. So that's the space that we'll bring across over to here. As the room gets bigger and bigger. Probably clear out just a little bit more. Mentos, I believe I've answered your question. Gosh. Asking the same question over and over again. Funky Little Ghost says, hi, just woke up and saw you alive. Nice way to start my morning. Awesome, glad to have you with us. Hey X, could you add any animal to Minecraft? Mob vote animals included, what would you choose? I don't know. I mean, animals aren't particularly an interesting aspect of the game for me. I mean, if it were farmable in an interesting way, then that would probably be the thing I'm most interested in. I want them to add, like, more quirky features. I love it when they just do stuff that's a bit... like, just doesn't fit into a previous category. Like, even when they added stuff like banners, it didn't quite fit into a previous category. I like it when the features they add kind of expand the possibilities as opposed to just extend something that already exists. So here's what I'm kind of thinking now, right? Here's how we make things interesting in this area. It's how we get away from the symmetry and we start to link things a little bit more. I will need some of these, some of them, some of those. Probably some copper blocks again, I think. What else am I going to need? Probably actually just in general more of that. Right. So, from here we go upwards, right? To a new height. And then whatever farms we have here are now sort of out of step with everything else. In fact, I'm starting to see it even a little different from how I did a second ago. Like, if we have a gap of 3, and then a gap of 3. Right, but somewhere here, it goes up again and again. Anyway, as it goes up, I was sort of thinking copper could then be here. right? And it starts to get higher as it goes round, and then you got little things in the back area, and maybe you don't continue this, but bring it back at another point. I think there's a way to do something interesting there. Maybe it gets high enough that over on this side, things go like underneath and down. I mean, getting some depth and height into this build, I think, is what is important. It's a shame how that like post will get knocked out a little bit. Anyway, clearly we are in need of buying more wood at this point in time. Let's check our supplies. We do have lots of spruce, a tiny amount of dark oak. I mean, oh look, I actually don't need a trip just this moment because I indeed have more. Well then, that's changed things, hasn't it? That being said, where is this thing going? Maybe it just goes all the way to the ceiling, right? And then this one starts like a new, air quotes, pagoda. So then you got that there. I think I like where this is going. Let's go craft some stairs. I think this is going in the right direction. Carl says it gives me some serious Stone Block series vibes when you are building off the cuff like that. It's so interesting to see that process. Yeah, it's because like we're sort of in survival doing this as opposed to creative. The brain is ticking over in different ways, I guess. But I find whenever you get into a building air quotes streak, you hit these moments where it's like, aha, like you sort of see what's next. This thing could have the stairs either there or there. Maybe we just don't worry about that too much, like that doesn't matter. I can't help but feel, though, it would make sense to look in and see it at that height, right? Like you see a little bit more of what's going on. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way around. Not that it matters in the long run. And we should probably leave this space open if I've got this idea of like wrapping underneath it later on. Let's leave some torches in this area. I don't like using wasted blocks, do I? They're just wasted potential. They could have been so many things, but now they're just hidden. Hidden from the world. So, how many steps up have we taken? Like 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Is this now 4 blocks higher? We said that one will go to the ceiling. This one, however, we've got to do something different with. So, wait, let's count it from this level. It's like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2, 3, 4. And now we can have a whole new thing operating up here at this level. This one's going to go to the roof. To the roof! To the moon! Whatever they say. Gosh. Yeah. I think it's almost right. Although I do have another. Oh, I just had a really cool idea. Okay. Check it out. We grab some glass. Specifically, the glass that pains me the... Oh, what an amazing pun. No, that was a terrible pun. This glass pains me. Does it now, X? You think you're funny, do you? Okay. What if, rather than this stuff, we bring in the real Riggedy Raw? You love the real Riggedy Raw. Actually doesn't look quite as impressive as I thought it might. Maybe we just need to recess the copper itself. Oh, I don't know. I feel like it's just the recessing is the good idea. Not the real Riggedy Raw. Like that. Or maybe even without the glass. Like, maybe the glass isn't even necessary. I can't help but feel like the glass isn't even necessary. So, my brilliant idea to introduce panes and real riggedy raw has resulted in no real riggedy raw and no panes. Brilliant. Just classic. Classic. Yeah, that's probably the better way. Obviously, we've got to work on lighting again, so I'll just throw something down somewhere around there. Yeah, there'll be light sources in the backdrop. Interesting. I feel like now we might end up with not a perfect crossroads, but like this thing goes over there. Right, now we just got a whole bunch of blocks to fill in. Let's build a little bit more of this next section. I think would be a good next thing to do. I guess we need a light source somewhere around here. I'm actually not sure how big this next section will be either. Like we've gone for freeze, but depending on the needs of what goes here, might be something bigger. In fact, this might be an opportunity to get away from some symmetry, like very deliberately again. Like I could have a couple of groups of 2. I just think otherwise you end up with too much neatness sometimes, right? Also, that thing there I feel like could be a little thing over here too. Like 1, 2, 3, and then you got the next like one of these going up. Maybe that one just goes all the way to the roof, right? Now, I don't have lightning rods, and I don't have magma blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, exactly what I need. Rainbow Skull is here for 5 months. Thank you so much, Rainbow Skull. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Happy to be here for 5 months. Glad to hear it. That's wonderful. Right, we put these things down here. Oh, it should probably actually be recessed, so... It's a recession of blocks. Right, there we go. You see, then, like... How does it end? Because there's other stuff going on. Oh, actually, it'll have that coming over the top of it, so it has, like, a conclusion. Which would be this. Maybe not. Huh. Oh, we'll come back to that, like... Don't have to figure it all out in one go. That's what they said about Rome, isn't it? They didn't figure it out all in one go. That's that famous quote about Rome. I know it. I used my brain smarts. Right, let's go put this thing here. Yeah, there'll be something going on up in that space. I'm not entirely sure what. Maybe just that. Because then this thing's going to come across. That thing's going to go there. Now, I'm starting to notice a problem with the layout, but not really. Just a consideration more than anything, that now the height of the room is changing, what does this mean for our layout plans? Well, it'll probably just change in that space, will be the simple way of approaching it, right? So I know we definitely do need some more logs for the next bit, because we're gonna do the ceiling and stuff now. By the way, the next live stream that I will be doing here on the twitch.tv/xisuma will be tomorrow morning. We'll be doing a variety game. I don't know which game yet, I'll pick one out, but you're invited to come hang out with me. If you look at my schedule here on Twitch, I mean, you're watching it live right now, just open it up, there is a schedule. It will convert it to your time zone. You can see a block of time for when I will potentially be starting. That is because I just need some flex time, you know? In the morning, don't know exactly when I'm going to fire up and get going. Right, what blocks am I trying to place next here? What blocks am I trying to place next? So yeah, we've got like a big ceiling, but now all of a sudden that's going to be shrunk by this over here. So how all of this like lines up and works is, I don't know, anyone's guess. Dang, they added a block of time to Minecraft, says our Burrito. I'm talking about a block of time as in a period of time where it's like from here to there, this will be starting. Because I don't know exactly when it's going to start. And I'm not talking about in Minecraft, I'm talking about my Twitch schedule. So on my Twitch page, you will find that there is a schedule section which Twitch have created. And in that schedule creation, you can see my live streaming schedule, which I don't really have except for Saturday mornings when we play variety stream games. And you know what? Like, I think what I should have done is just not made it a schedule thing and just tried to make it happen, because like like a day ago I wouldn't have been able to do the Saturday stream, it looked like. But now I can. But I just totally, oh yeah, and like next week I won't be able to do it. So like almost immediately it falls apart, and I'm like, this is why I don't do the schedule, because just immediately stuff gets in the way. Anyway, mud blocks. That was the one. I knew I needed like one more thing from over here. Just got to put some more mud in place. Anyway, that schedule will convert it to your time zone, so that is why I decided to do it. Yeah, I guess the next one is cancelled because I'll be unable to attend my own live stream. Well, when I say next, I mean next week, right? Once off schedule is an option, says Socket Cat. What do you mean by once off? Once off schedule? Like a one-off isn't a schedule. We like schedules, says the Thinky. I like them too, but they just don't seem to work for streaming. Like, I guess streaming isn't like the structure of... That's what I've probably failed to think about before. Streaming is not like the main structure of what I do. It's like an additional thing. So other things always take priority over streams. Right, like I had things on yesterday evening that meant I couldn't stream, and they will always take priority over a live stream. So unless like I become a full-time streamer and it's my main priority, it's probably always going to play out this way. But the stream will very much be a secondary thing, and therefore other things will take priority over it. Right, so now we are obviously in need of more stuff. More materials, so we'll have to go shopping. But I would say, so far so good, right? Yeah, just a little bit more work on that and it's good. This stream is definitely a way better surprise than the maggots in my living room. Maggots? Oh dear. That's not good. That's not good for your health. Or your environment. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do next, I'll actually do in my episode. I feel that's a really good start, and I wanted to just get a good start. I will need to just put a little bit more palving stuff around here, I reckon. But yeah, I feel like we're in a good spot now. I managed to get this thing going, and I'll be able to continue it, I reckon. I like the way we've transitioned. Let's just go from one room to the other. Like, there's a lot going on here. And then these red bits really signify you come through to this area, and then there's much more red in here. So I feel like the balance probably shifts just about right. I'm also going to get a ton of like honeycomb blocks in for this thing as well, right? Anyways, going to wrap it up right there, peeps. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. I hope you're entertained and enjoyed what we got up to today. I'll be streaming again tomorrow morning, like I was just talking about a moment ago. And right now I'll fish out someone to do a raid, but a big thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered as always. Your support is appreciated. Thanks to the mods, the patrons. Y'all are appreciated. And I think I've mentioned everyone. So, oh, and the people gifting subs. Always the people gifting subs. Anyway, the raid is ready. Gonna raid Il Mango. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you again tomorrow.